truck.
Pat and I recently took the 66 to the tailgate throwdown, where we had a grudge race set up with Chad Cohen from Square Body Stuff. We made a few test hits on motor, and then we turned the nitrous on. As you can see, that didn't go real well, so I needed to repair all the damage. The first step was to change the brake calipers around to the back side of the axle to make room for some slapper bars. That also gave me a good opportunity to look at the axles, check them for any twist, take a good look around in the third member and make sure we hadn't hurt the rear end in the process. If you watch the third member, you can see how much it rotates when the tire bounces. I believe this is why I broke the drive shaft. Since I had some heavy wall 2x2 tube in the garage, I just decided to make my own slapper bars. After I got them cut to length and notched to fit the rear end, I held them in place with my jack. I found a socket that would space the snubber down about where I thought it should be, welded them in place. I ordered a chrome moly drive shaft to replace the one we broke with solid 1350 Spicer U-joints, and I thought it'd be a good idea to put some billet steel stud girdles on it while we were at it. Next, I needed to replace the plate that goes on top of the leaf spring that the U-bolt goes through, and the bent U-bolts. So I found an early plate that was plenty thicker than the other one, and put some 9/16 U-bolts in it, and got everything tightened up where I felt like it would stay put. I ordered the drive shaft a little bit shorter than the old one to accommodate the 4L80 that I'm going to put in this truck down the road, so I had to scoot the engine back a little bit. After a test drive to make sure everything was going well, I loaded the nitrous bottle into my T and headed over to my buddy Jen's house to get it filled. Unfortunately, the test and tune rained out where Chad and I were going to get our grudge race off. And with winter fast approaching, that left me looking for a place to go ahead and run this truck because I really wanted to know what it was going to run on the bottle. So we loaded up the truck, and with fall colors in full bloom, made the 3-hour drive through the mountains to Centerville Dragway in Centerville, Arkansas. I hadn't been there long when my driver showed up, and in typical Patrick Cheney fashion, he rolled in like a big dog.
What's with the helmet?
You ain't never been down Highway 7 in the back of a limo with a crazy guy driving it, you would understand why I'm wearing the helmet.
With all the ingredients to make this truck go down the racetrack, we made our way through the staging lanes to get the first time trial. This was a big bracket race they were having, so we took advantage of the time trials, and we told them we'd wait till after the race was over to go ahead and hit the nitrous.
This is a nice old truck for an old metal body truck. And it's just got a junkyard 5.3 LS in it. 288,000 miles.
We were chipping away at the tune, finding a couple of mile per hour here and a couple of mile per hour there. This would come back to bite us later.
Left lane. Left lane.
Given the fact that we were making tune changes, the dial-in was just a guess. I dialed it in at an 870 because we've been pretty close to that all day. I told Pat pedal it if he felt like it. Based on the fact it went an 843 on an 870 dial, he clearly didn't feel like it. Since we were eliminated from the bracket race, we just chilled out and took in some racing until the race was over so we could make our nitrous pass. With eliminations over, it was party time. I told Pat let it plane out a little bit before he went ahead and hit the nitrous.
Our Lady of Blessed Acceleration, don't fail me now.
What do we think of nitrous?
I love it.
Good?
I think I should have got into it a little faster, but
Yeah, it didn't really start rolling about 300 foot.
we still run
811.
8.11 at 92.31 mile an hour.
Okay. We should have had the progressive on 0.
Should have.
Okay, cool.
It didn't do too bad.
No. So it's a week later, and you know, obviously we didn't get after the nitrous very soon, and we had the progressive on, so it was pretty soft early on, but it picked up pretty good and quite a bit of mile per hour. So we're going to continue to tune on this thing, see what we can get out of a stock 5.3. The truth is, I think we can get this thing in the bottom 7s without modifying the engine, just nitrous oxide and some tuning, which is outstanding in my opinion. So anyway, stay tuned. We're going to really start getting after this thing. Unfortunately, we're into the year, so there's not a lot of opportunity to go race for a while. But next year, we're going to come out swinging, and that'll give me adequate time to tidy up a few things, because this thing was thrown together on a shoestring budget in a god-awful hurry. So anyway, we'll revisit this next spring when everything opens, and I'll have it dialed. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you'll join me next time.